Basketball report presented by BMW, a recap of Penn State and Michigan State men. Now let's get it back to Kevin and Brenda for the final part of this game.
We're all tied up at 68 with 3:19 to go, and off the steal, Iowa off to the races. Logic with the steal, and then she pushes ahead. She's going to take it all the way down to the paint, attacking Lucas. Freeze it right there. She turns her head and she looks behind her. She makes a ball fake this way and then makes the pass over here to Disterhoff, who is ready to pull the trigger. That little ball fake set it up. Disterhoff gets a wide open look, and she has been money. 9 of 10 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range.
I think the patience was the key there for Logic. When you're a guard, you get down in the lane, so many times you panic, but she knows she has time.
Yeah, there's no panic in Logic, and that's what she does so well. She gets in there, and then she turns and surveys the situation.
All square at 68 as we head towards the finish. The 9th-ranked Lady Lions trying to get to 9-1 in the Big Ten. Iowa looking to go to 6-4, and the Hawkeyes get a stop.
When Doolittle got her hand on it, blocked the shot by East, and then didn't allow an offensive rebound.
They have the most wins overall in the Big Ten, both with 17 apiece coming in. Doolittle from 18, no. Chased it down. Remember, she's playing with the 4 fouls.
Well, tried to hustle and get the offensive board, but Penn State able to rip it away.
That was a little dangerous there. Edwards missing in low. Last touch by the Hawkeyes. Full shot clock. And 6'6" Candace Agee will come back in for Coquise Washington. Talia East will get a break. She's playing with 3 fouls. Same with Waldner and Kalia Mitchell for the Lady Lions.
So set the stagger screen for Lucas. Good defense for Iowa.
Taylor had it but doesn't want it. They'll go deep, and another redirection for Bethany Doolittle.
Huge defensive plays inside by Doolittle. Blocks Talia East. She goes to the bench. They bring in Agee, and then she gets another block.
Down to 2 minutes. Tie ball game. Reverse and a foul.
Taylor so good at breaking down defenders off the dribble, and we have seen her slip in there a couple of times throughout this game. With the court so spread out, here's Doolittle's block. Great timing, gets it right out of her hands. And then on the other end, Taylor able to drive from the right wing and pick up the foul.
Taylor is now in double figures. She averages 11. She has 10 so far in this game. Second will not roll home. So it's a 1-point game. The road team in front, 69-68.
The zone. Yeah, make sure you find Lucas in the zone. Know where she is at all times.
Edwards turns. They gave her that jumper. She'll take it. And the Lady Lions are back in front.
Very confident shot against the 2-3 zone. The high post is open. Nice reverse pivot. Very calm. Edwards nails it.
16 for Ariel Edwards. Lucas is their top scorer with 21. Penn State has 4 in double figures. So does Iowa. Down 1 now.
Logic going to go to work.
5 to shoot. Doolittle deep. Yes.
Well, she has missed several in a row. That is a huge shot. We've seen the great defensive plays from Doolittle, but finally she's able to get one of those mid-range jumpers to go down. And again, it's Logic going into the lane, spinning, looking for her shooters around her. They do such a great job of moving into her vision so they're ready for the shot. That time Logic delivers. Has faith in Doolittle. She knocks it down.
8 for Bethany Doolittle. She's been playing with 4 fouls here for the last little while and has not been timid defensively. She's had an impact offensively and on the defensive end. So Penn State now will have the basketball out of this timeout. They will be in the penalty. 17 fouls on Iowa. It's time for our Motel 6 sixth player of the game. And it's Peyton Whitted. There she is. Look at those 8 rebounds. She has had an impact, even though she just scored her first basket not long ago.
Iowa in the 2-3 zone. Again, you have to know where Maggie Lucas is. They're screening the zone for her, but Dixon recovers.
Let's see what the Lady Lions have here. Trailing by 1 at home. Trying to maintain their top spot in the Big Ten. Lucas to Edwards. 10 to shoot. She'll float and come up with air. Loose. 5 to shoot. Did not reset. Lucas. 3. Pops into the lane. No. And Iowa comes out with it.
Wow, what a defensive stop for Iowa. Forced the tough shot by Edwards. And then Lucas. I mean, who else do you want to shoot it if you're Penn State? But she wasn't able to convert.
Well, the Lady Lions are plus 14 on the boards, but no bigger rebound than that one right there for the Hawkeyes. 8 between the game and the shot clock. A stop still gives Penn State a chance. Iowa by 1. Here's the start of the game so far. Disterhoff fumbles, and a foul is called.
Well, it could have been a foul on Maggie Lucas because Disterhoff put the ball on the floor, and Maggie Lucas actually bumps her as she goes in. It gets away from her, and then as she attacks the basket, she gets fouled on the shot. But how about the freshman? How about Lisa Bluter having the confidence in the freshman to put the ball on the floor in that situation?
Big Ten coaches are not excited about seeing Disterhoff for the next 3+ years, and after seeing that again, clearly was a foul. Like you said, maybe could have been called early. And that, by the way, is the 4th foul on Talia East. And the officials double-checking something. Well, Disterhoff here can make sure, or almost certainly make sure, that they do no worse than go to overtime if she can hit both of these free throws. First one is good.
That's pretty amazing. Disterhoff, her mother played with both Jan Jensen and Jenny Fitzgerald, the 2 assistant coaches. She was on the Dream Big poster in 2004-2005. You can't dream much bigger than this. Having the night that she's had on the floor of the #1 team in the Big Ten Conference and having just an incredible offensive night.
Nails both free throws. A 3-point game. Penn State timeout. They have one more chance, but Disterhoff has been the star.
She has been incredible from 3-point range. She has been able to go by bigger defenders with the dribble. She has played with such confidence, such an air of confidence. This freshman coming into this tough environment at Penn State, and then hits the 2 big free throws to at least force Penn State to have to hit a 3 to tie this thing. What huge free throws, confidence, and poise from a freshman. Amazing.
And oh, by the way, Sam Logic has a triple-double.
How about that?
2nd of the season, 3rd of her career, the only player currently playing the Big Ten that has a triple-double. 14 points on 5 of 11 shooting, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. More importantly, she, Disterhoff, and her teammates leading by 3. Here we go. Maggie Lucas to the timeline with 5. She'll give it up to Taylor. 3. Fumbles it. And a foul called in the backcourt with 1.5 seconds.
Well, it's actually a good foul, except that Penn State was losing control of it. They committed the foul so that Penn State only has a chance to hit the 2 free throws. So this is always debated if a team is up by 3. But look, they're trying to foul right there. And actually the original foul that they don't call forces the ball to get away from her. But you could see even Logic there was trying to foul. But Taylor gets after Taylor and commits it.
You know, it's easy, hindsight, sitting here behind the table, but once they didn't call the first one, you can almost say, let's play it out, because they're not going to get a good look.
Well, exactly. It was getting away from her, and they weren't going to be able to get up a shot.
All right, what are we going to see from Penn State here?
So they're in the bonus, right? The 1-and-1.
Yes.
So she goes to make the first, and then they're going to either way, just in case she misses the first, maybe cross their offensive players to go get an offensive rebound and kick out to a three-point shooter, whether she misses the first or misses the second.
Well, she needs to hit this first one. And as you said, if they miss
Even
it,
if she
they've got to get a three. But if she hits the first, then they can get a putback. She did miss it, and Logic rebounds, and the Hawkeyes have won on the road against a top 10 team for the first time in more than 20 years.
Penn State tried to get the O board, and they couldn't. And the biggest time in the game, Iowa comes away with the rebound.
73-70. The final is Iowa knocks off Penn State. Just the second Big Ten loss of the season for the Lady Lions. They fall to 8-2, 17-5 overall. It ends their 6-game winning streak. And the Hawkeyes, after dropping their first 2 Big Ten games, are now 6-4 in conference. So they've won 6 of their last 8 Big Ten games. Iowa now 17-7 with a big-time win. There's Lisa Bluter, and by the way, she has tied C. Vivian Stringer as the all-time winningest coach in Iowa Hawkeyes history. This one was fantastic, and we're going to visit with Lisa Bluter here coming up in just a moment. So stay with us for that. So everything changes now. There are a lot of fans of this game around the Big Ten tonight, including Michigan State. Now moving into a tie atop the Big Ten with the Lady Lions, and they're lurking Nebraska and Iowa. All right, let's hear from the winning coach now with Brenda.
Coach Bluter, what an exciting win. What a big win for your team as you've been 5-2 after starting 0-2 in this conference. How much does this mean to come in and knock off Penn State?
I almost can't describe it, Brenda, because, you know, and it's tough. We got hammered pretty bad by Nebraska, and our team, I love how they came out today. They came out loose. They kept the faith. We really focused. We executed very well, especially down the stretch. And how about Allie Disterhoff, freshman, stepping up and making those big free throws for us. So
she had a tremendous night. Sam Logic had a triple-double. The way your team was able to execute offensively against such a tough defense, how were you able to do it?
You know, we just felt like, you know, we knew where their help was coming from, and we tried to make some changes in our offense and try to take advantage of that. Bethany Doolittle can hit those shots, and she did a great job, especially in the first half, hitting those outside shots for us. But Sam Logic is honestly a triple-double waiting to happen every night. And those are things, I told the team, those are things that people dream about. And she could have them every single night. She's an amazing player.
She certainly is. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you,
Lisa.
First time that Iowa has beaten a top 10 team on the road since 1993. Huge one here, 73-70 the final. Iowa wins it at Penn State. Thanks for joining us. For Brenda Van Lingen, I'm Kevin Lee. So long from University Park. This has been a presentation of the Big Ten Network.